Hello, this is Jim at Baby Boomer Tales, and I would like to introduce you now to Homer Cates of Cates General Store. Hi, Homer. What are you doing? Hi, Jerry. I'm just sweeping up here, getting ready for another big old day at Cates General Store. Hello there, Sparky. How are you? Why don't we sit over there by the potbelly stove and take a load off? I'm done sweeping. I get tired of that real fast, and if Katie doesn't see any dirt on the floor, then I'll be okay. Ah, that feels better. How you been, Jerry? Well, I've been okay there, Homer. Sparky and I had just been out for a walk. Saw you were open and thought we'd stop by, say hi, sit around, and go home. There's not much for me there on a beautiful day like this. What is that wire sitting there by your chair? Oh, Jerry, I'll tell you what. I've invented something new, thanks to the help of some city slicker that was pumping gas the other day. The bell rang and I looked out there, and there's this guy pumping gas, and he had a shoebox to his ear, and he's kind of talking into it and looking all frustrated and looking at the box and talking some more. And I go out there and I say, "Mister, you better use both hands to be pumping that gas and leave that shoebox alone." Well, he proceeded to tell me that that shoebox was a telephone. Can you imagine that, a telephone? And I looked at it, and I looked at him, and I thought, well, they come in all shapes and sizes. So anyway, I go, "Yes, sir. I'm sure it is, mister. That'll be $5 for the gas." Well, he gave me my $5. And then he showed me his shoebox. And it really wasn't a shoebox, although it was just as big as one. It had buttons and this little antennae that you pull up out of it. It wasn't a rabbit ears. It was just one of those ears. And he said that there must not be any reception. And I said, "No, sir, there's plenty of reception. I just watched a $6 million man last night, and there's good reception. There's hardly any snow to it." I had to hit it on the side once because everybody kind of went green for a minute. But that's besides the point. I had reception. And he looked at me like he didn't even know what I was talking about. Well, Homer, sometimes when we converse, I kind of look at you like I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, well, that's different, Jerry. You and me, we're like tight, and we're wild and crazy guys. And this guy was from somewhere because his shoes were all polished and his slacks were all ironed, and he had a tie. I had a tie once, and I didn't know how to tie it. So that was the end of that. Well, anyway, Homer, what happened with the man? Well, after he paid me my $5 to show me his shoebox that he claimed was a telephone, he just took off, said he was going to go somewhere to find some reception. Homer, I think that was a modern-day telephone. Cellular technology is in the very young stages right now. It's 1976 and technology is just going crazy. But most phones are still radios. And if he said he had a cell phone, that is the future, that is for sure. Now, Jer, I love you to pieces. You know that. You're about the only person in this whole town, 300 people, and you're my favorite. But I'm telling you now, that was no telephone. Here's a telephone, and I have hooked it to this wire, and I have invented the true mobile phone. I can take this wire. There's so much wire here that I can walk clear down the block to Apple's Cafe and call you on my telephone from Apple's Cafe. The only problem is you're not at home, and I can't call the store because I've got the store phone down at Apple's Cafe. So you see my problem there, Jer. I would say that is a problem. Yeah, Homer, that is a problem. Sparky, how you doing? You're such a good girl, just sitting there by your master and all, just so patient with us and all that, and such a clean dog. I doubt if there'll be ever any health inspector around here to kick us out. But if he kicks you out, Sparky, I'll go out there with you. How's that sound? No, Sparky, it's only the phone. Sparky. Hello, Homer Cates. Hello, Mrs. Dumas. How are you today? Yes, I'll take your order right here on the phone. Yeah, I'll have Kitty deliver it in just a little bit. You're home, right? Well, no, I thought maybe you were on a mobile phone. I don't mean nothing by it, Miss Dumas. I'm just kidding. Oh, no, I'm not even sure what a mobile phone is, but I'm working on one. Yes, ma'am. I'll let you know how it's going, you betcha. Okay, what can I help you with? No, we do not have milk in those plastic containers. Are you kidding? I won't ever do that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah, I do have them in cardboard. Yes, ma'am, I have them in glass just like you like. 1 quart in a glass bottle. You got it. 1 loaf of white bread. Got it. Some Spam. You sure you don't want ham, Mrs. Dumas? I've got some nice lean ham. No, Spam? Yes, ma'am. Spam it is. A lead of lettuce? No, ma'am. We have heads of lettuce. Yes. 1 head of lettuce. I'm just joking with you. I don't care what you call it. No, ma'am. No, I don't think there's any food in plastic containers. Yeah, I saw where someone said they'll never make TV dinners in plastic because they would just melt. Yes, ma'am. No, Katie doesn't like TV dinners. I like that one, though, that one with the chicken legs. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes. 2 cans of corn. Got it. Anything else? Yeah, let me add this up. Yes, ma'am. $1.97 with tax. I know, that sales tax, they'll get you every time, but I can't help it. They have revenuers come get me if I don't get you. Okay, well, I have Katie bring it to you shortly. Thank you very much. Talk with you later. Goodbye. Katie! 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 Where in tarnation is Kitty? She can make 25-cent tip for Mrs. Dumas. She's always good for a quarter. I don't care if it's me or Kitty or you there, Jerry, taking her groceries. She's going to tip you a quarter. Now, I think Kitty has a chance to make 28 cents because she'll round it up. If I was her, I'd be around here just waiting for deliveries. But nah, she's probably playing with one of her friends or something. I've got to go find her. Will you mind the store, Jerry? Oh, and collect on that gas. Thank you for your business. Okay, come on in here, Kitty. Here's the list. Just fill it. Take it to Mrs. Dumas. Collect $1.97. And thank her very much. And thank you, sweetheart. Try to be as quiet as a mouse while you're filling this order. Old Jerry and me's back there talking about telephones. I love you too. Okay. Now, Jerry, where was I? Yeah. I was telling you about them telephones and stuff. Well, that same day, this salesman from the radio station down in Wheattown, he came in and told me that if I made a jingle for a commercial on the radio, that I'd get people from Wheattown come on up here and see my store and maybe buy some milk in a bottle. I don't know. So I made me a jingle. I've got it here on a cassette. Do you want to watch it? I mean, listen to it. Yeah. You made a jingle for a radio commercial? Are you sure about that, Homer? No, I don't know. It's not a home movie, Jerry. It's just a jingle. Let me find the cassette player and I'll pop this puppy in and see what we think about it now that salesman's not here and all that. I haven't listened to it. I'm a little nervous. Ah, here we go. Here's that cassette player. Let me just put it in here. Hold on, it's gotta go there. You might find what you need and more at Homer Kate's General Store. You might find what you need and more at Homer Kate's General Store. Well, Jerry, what do you think about that? Homer, you didn't say where Kate's General Store is. And it's not Homer Kate's General Store, it's Kate's General Store. The sign says Kate's General Store. And you are saying Homer Kate's General Store. Jerry, I got that all figured out. They don't need to know where I'm at. All they have to do is look in the Yeller Pages, and there I am. Kate's General Store. And then right below it is Homer Kate Proprietor. So that is simple. I don't know. How much did this thing cost you? This is the good part, Jer. I got the whole shebang for the month of May for $50. $50? How many times is it going to play, Homer? The month of May? Yep, that's what they said. It'll play the month of May. But how many times, Homer? How in tarnation should I know that? I'm not the radio guy. The radio guy's the radio guy. Do you have a contract? I'll look at it and see. We shook hands like gentlemen, like real men do. You know, the code of the West. My word is my word. Business is business, and a handshake's better than any contract. That's what I told him, too. Did you pay him with the check, Homer? Heck no, cash is king, you know that. Cash is king around here. We'll just wait see. Homer, please do me a favor and at least call the man and see how many times it will play in the month of May. You don't want to just play one time at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning? My customers go to bed at 9, sometimes 8, sometimes earlier. You're trying to reach Wheattown, right, Homer? That's right. I don't need any advertisers around here. Wheattown has 10,000 people. We have 300. Why would I advertise here? Yes, I advertise in Wheattown. For Wheattown, but we hear it here. I imagine we hear it over there in Dumb Thing, too. What's that town called? Well, I imagine people go to bed, some of them anyway, a little later than 9 o'clock. What do you call them and see how many times they'll play and see if he'll send you a contract over? Oh, Jerry, sometimes I don't know. I know you were a history teacher forever and ever, but that is not mathematics. And that is not business. That's history. But I'll do what you say just because you're my friend and you're my pal and you're my buddy. And I do want my jingle to be heard in Wheattown as often as possible. So they'll drive up here and get to know Homer Kate's General Store and see my self-service gas pump and my milk in a bottle and maybe buy a soda pop while they're here. Well, that'll do it for this time. I appreciate you listening. The producers of this here show, Homer Kate's General Store, tells me that they'll just have a look, see how I do. One thing they asked me to remind you of, No matter what, always be kind. They'll be back next Wednesday with a new edition.